Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorial brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in with today's poster. I wanted to know how to take the shine out of these basketball players' faces. So we're looking at these really close here, and you can see the shadows on the foreheads and the cheeks and the chins and the nose and stuff like that. I'm going to show you how to do it on one of these girls because it's going to take too long to do it on all three. So let's pick one here and let's go ahead and fix this. So basically there's a couple things that we want to do, and there's a lot of different ways to do this, but I'm going to show you my way. And what I would do firstly is do a little bit of smudging, and then I would add a layer on top that softens the whole face. So let's go ahead and start with the smudging. Here's the smudge brush. Let's pick out a larger brush, like, I don't know, 35 point, and make sure it's a soft brush, not a hard brush. I'm going to come up here to the forehead and watch what happens if I do a little circle. See what happens? That shininess starts to go away a little bit. I do a tiny little circle so that I don't mess up with the actual image too much. See, it's too big for the chin, so I'm going to go down here and do like a 15 point, and I'm going to do the same thing, a little circle here, and that softens up the image. And do it right here on the nose a little bit, do it right here, and that's pretty much it. So now we got the softness going on as far as the highlights of the face. Next, what we're going to do is add a new layer and soften the highlights of the whole face. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new blank layer. I'm going to grab the eyedropper tool and pick somewhere in the face that we like to keep the new mask. And it's going to have to be somewhere in the medium between the lowest points, the darkest points, and the highest, brightest points. So somewhere in the middle. I'm just going to inadvertently pick something like right around here, which is going to represent somewhere in the middle between the darkest and the lightest. You can see it's right here. Let's go ahead and grab a brush. We're going to make it a big brush, like 50 point or so. And basically do a drawing on top and just use just the face. We just go like that and then start up again over here and just do a little swing. So you want it to be not completely covering everything. And then for the area above the lips, below the nose, let's make this a lot smaller, about a 20 point brush, and we'll just do a line that goes across like that. Now we got a whole softness going on, but guess what? It's going beyond the face and it's covering the eyes and the teeth. So now what we want to do is erase everything beyond the face that we don't want. So I'm going to grab that layer and lessen it to like 60%. And then grab an eraser, a soft brush here at about 10 points should do fine. And now we want to erase our new layer that we added right along the hairline here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it's pretty darn close. And then now we want to get rid of the areas showing the lips. Now the eyeballs, I'll just kind of circle it around like that. And then make it even a smaller brush, like a 4 point, and get rid of the eyes. And you can see now the definition of the eyes are coming back in. And then the last thing is going to be the eyebrows. Make sure that you follow the original eyebrows and those come back in like that. Now we want to get rid of everything that's beyond the edges that we don't want. So I'm going to bring this back up to 100%. And the only way to really see what you want to get rid of is to put a black layer in between. So I'm going to add a new layer. Pick a color of pure black and then fill that layer in, and it's going to expose nothing but your new added mask. Let's go ahead and choose that mask and draw with the polygon everything that we want to get rid of, which is beyond what we drew. So watch what happens here. Boom, boom, boom. Watch what happens to the edges of our mask when I hit delete. It got rid of everything else. And let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And with the eraser, now we can get rid of everything that's in the way, in the eyeballs, and then the rest of what's in the mouth, which is going to be the teeth. And once that's done, all you have to do is lessen your new mask to whatever percentage that you think you want it to work with your photo. So I'm going to turn off that black layer, turn the back layer back on, and obviously, compared to this girl, this mask is way too heavy. But watch what happens when I bring the opacity down to 0. Watch what happens when I bring it up little by little. Here's 30%, Here's 40%. Here's 60%. See what's happening to her face? Now it's too much, obviously. I'm going to bring it back down right at about 40%. Watch this as I toggle it on and off. Watch her face carefully. It's on, off. Off shows all the shines on her face. On clears all that up. Makes it all go away. Let's go ahead and zoom back out and look at the photo. I'm going to toggle her face one more time. On, off, on, off. It looks like she's got a little bit of makeup on. This is a fake way of adding makeup basically to a model. I can also lighten up her teeth doing the exact same process. It's really subtle. So that's on, and off. So there we go. We added a mask to soften the face, and we lightened up the teeth. You could do it with the eyes too, but her eyes are pretty bright and shiny as they are. This is it for this tutorial. This is Rich, calling it quits, saying over and out.